How's it going, Aquarius? It's Robin here. Thanks, guys, for joining me for your month ahead tarot card reading. This is going to be for May 2022. Okay, so this is going to be a general reading for Aquarius in Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. So I hope you guys really enjoy the reading. If you did, remember to leave me a comment. So let's just jump right in. I don't want to waste a whole lot of time with an intro. So Aquarius, I'm using the Crystal Visions tarot card deck, and I'm going to look at sort of the significant energy that could happen for you in May. I'm also going to look a little bit at money and love for you. Okay, so a card came out while I was shuffling. So let's have a look at what this is, because this is going to be really important for what you could experience. Keep in mind, this is a general reading, right? So we do have the Knight of Pentacles. So this is actually a really, really good sign that you could be coming out of any kind of slump doing with, like earthly matters, and that does generally have a lot to do with finances, but significant messages. And I'm getting this message from my guides that you could really just have an urge to do something which has been missing for a while. Do you know what I mean? That maybe you've been putting things off, or you've just been feeling uninspired. There is definitely something, and it's going to be a little bit of a slow reintroduction into something. Not anything that is going to be overwhelming, or you're just going to jump out of bed one day and your whole life has changed, but you'll start to really shed that type of, I don't want to do that, kind of procrastination. And you can see that the journey is going to be very easy, very natural for you. Okay, so I really like to see that this is like, it's kind of like coming into a recovery of sorts. Okay, so that's really beautiful, especially if you've just been detached, like just not wanting to get back into the swing of things. You could have had something devastating happen to you, and finally starting to get back to just feeling yourself. Okay, and that is just a really beautiful energy for you. So I'll pull, that's too many cards. I dropped some cards, but it was like half a deck, and I'm not going to read half a deck. Oh, okay, so all right, so I was talking about things maybe possibly not going all super swell, and now I've got the Tower card. So this is telling me that this is something that is just about to happen for you, or has happened very, very recently, okay? This Tower is a little bit decrepit. It's like, just have a look at it. I mean, the top of the Tower, there's something that has been eating away at it. So for you as an Aquarius, this is something that is like really deep and like chewing away at your brain. Do you know what I mean? Where you haven't been able to release it. You guys are like, you are represented by the Suit of Swords. So this is something that is very like so intrinsic to the way that your brain has been operating, like just not being able to let it go. So this is going to be very challenging. You can see that there is a bit of a sun break coming in here. So I do see sort of a recovery mode for you. If you do have that overactive Aquarius mind, I wanted to say imagination, but it's not your imagination, because these are things that are actually happening to you or have happened to you. It's just going around and around, sort of like a hamster wheel. So you'll slowly start to release that and be able to feel like you're, I'm getting the words human again. Okay, so a definite recovery coming up for you in May, especially if you've gone through a really difficult time. That Tower card, it's no joke. Like when that happens, it's like an imminent and immediate disaster happening, and you guys are just spending a lot of time over analyzing what you could or could not have done to avert that. But there's nothing that you could have done, because this is just how the universe works, right? So let's have another card here for you guys. Big, huge changes coming in for you, Aquarius. We do have the Wheel. This is the Wheel of Fortune, or Fortune's Wheel. What happened here with the Tower and like slowly coming out of it with the Knight of Pentacles, this was part of your karmic journey. So there was probably a little or a lot of pain involved for you guys, but this was absolutely something that had to happen in order for you to reach, like, sort of access the next level of your life, okay? So you want to kind of think in the terms of like a video game where you have to conquer one hero or one boss or whatever. I'm not a video game person, but this is like, this had to happen in order for this opportunity to unveil itself. So you can expect the next chapter of your life to start opening up for you. It's like, you guys, it seems like you've been stuck on the same sort of page, like going through a continuous loop of the same experience, maybe meeting the same type of person over and over and over again. But you were able to finally successfully complete whatever karmic request that you guys were put under. And who knows what that is. It's very difficult to understand a soul contract, or, you know, what levels of achievement that you were put here to accomplish. So anyway, you can put that all to rest, because it is new doorways of opportunity opening for you, new job offers. There could be a new opportunity of love, especially if that thing that was happening for you guys that you went through was a breakup, okay? So I'm going to pull a Romance Angel Oracle card here for you. And just give me a couple seconds. See what's going on in your love life, Aquarius. Okay, let me pull that one. Okay, so this is attraction. You attract romantic love by enjoying this moment fully. Okay, so there is a need for you guys to slow down a little bit, especially with, like, I know a few Aquarius. I have a really good Aquarius friend, and it's like it's like a computer, and it's never asleep, okay? The brain just constantly going, okay, and trying to figure out other people's motives and stuff like that. So really just start to take people for who they are, okay? Without trying to understand who they are or what they want from you, because if you get to know somebody at a slow enough pace, all of that will be revealed. So you don't have to worry about that. This is why it's important not to rush into relationships, even though some of them could seem like very attractive, and there could be some sort of a really high impulse to secure a relationship with somebody. If this is a really strong bond, or a bond that's meant to be, you don't have to lock things down immediately, because it will unfold the way that it's meant to. So you can just sort of sit back and observe and really enjoy what's going on here for you, Aquarius, okay? And the more you can be comfortable in your own skin, the more that other people will be comfortable around you as well, okay? So, yeah, just sort of learning how to live in the moment. That could be a really important skill for you to learn, Aquarius, instead of like thinking 10 moves ahead, because life can be a bit of a chess game sometimes, but relationships shouldn't be. Do you know what I mean? So I really want to just pull a card to see what sort of money is happening for you in May. And I'll just pull another Crystal Vision tarot card for you guys, okay? So we do have the Knight of Cups. This is really fascinating, okay? So it could be that this person that you're attracted to or coming into your life, and this is probably going to be more for single people than people that are in relationships, but it does look like there's somebody very close to you coming in with some sort of a monetary offer. For those of you that are single, the person that you are with or attracted to or reaches out to you, they could have a very significant amount of money. So this could be very interesting, and they don't want you to rush either, okay? They don't want you to just see them as somebody with lots of money, okay? Because they're an actual person. So this could be very important to the balance of trying to figure out any new sort of relationship that is about to happen for you, Aquarius. And for those of you in a relationship, you can just expect a very attractive offer to come in, a really pleasing gift from the universe as far as just a little bit of a pop of money for you, okay? With the Knight of Cups, this is an offer that will really make your blood boil, but in a super good way, like something something to be really ecstatic about. So you guys have a really good looking May ahead of you. Lots of opportunity for healing, for new relationships if you're single, and a little bit of extra money here that is going to be, you know, substantial enough to probably clear any debt that you have, as well as like do something really fun and really nice for yourself. So I love this reading for you guys. I hope you enjoyed it too. And I'll see you back here next month for another reading, okay? So take care, Aquarius. Bye for now. Bye. Hey, how's it going, Pisces? It's Robin here with Aries Fire Tarot. Guys, thanks for joining me for your May look ahead at the month reading I'm going to do for you guys. This is going to be for Pisces in Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Okay, so just also keep in mind it's a general reading. You know, if you're at the point in your life where you think that you would like a private reading, please do reach out to me at ariesfiretarot@gmail.com. So we're just going to look ahead at the energy that is possible for you guys for Pisces. I'm also going to pull a card for any potential love interest coming in or what's going on in your love life. We're also going to look at your house of wealth and abundance or money. So, all right, guys, are you ready to start your reading? I feel like my guides are ready to start prompting me with images, and sometimes I get voice messages and sometimes I see words like a data type print in my brain. But anyway, let's start going here. So we have the Eight of Pentacles. Okay, so this is a really, really fascinating card here. And I say that in the sense of the imagery, not in the sense that, oh, hey, I pulled the Eight of Pentacles, because this is a really cool card. So what my guides are saying to me, if you look at it, she's got a spinning wheel, and you don't often see a spinning wheel anymore. Spinning wheel is to create things like fabric and stuff like that, right? You create clothing from a spinning wheel. So what I'm getting here is my guides are telling me you're seeing this card because there's some sort of hole in the fabric, okay? And what they are kind of interpreting that to mean is there is somebody around you that you could be having the sense that, I'm not sure if I believe them, okay? Where you're just, something seems a little bit off. Okay, so I'm seeing the Eight of Pentacles as a little bit of a warning sign for you, Pisces, that if you're having kind of a hunch about somebody and you've just been shaking it off, and this could be somebody that you follow on social media, this could be somebody that you're dating or in a relationship with, it could be like a work person, but there's some sort of like nagging doubt, okay? So you're being guided to really to start to pay attention to the details that this person is giving you, because they could be conflicting. You know, you could just think, well, that just doesn't seem right. That doesn't match up with the information that I have. So your gut instinct on that one is absolutely correct. Okay, so just be careful. Try not to get too 100% involved with somebody, especially if you're having that doubt, okay? Because your doubt is actually, and it depends also, it depends on where you're feeling it, okay? So if you're feeling it in your heart, okay, this is something that you know to be true. If you're feeling it in your stomach, this is something that you're very anxious about. It could be a warning sign that maybe you just don't want to get hurt again. So anyway, either way that you're feeling this in your body, you might want to just check some facts, you know. And I don't think there's anything wrong with going and like Googling somebody, you're doing a background check on somebody. Like, this is your life we're talking about here. So, and there's so many people that are just out for themselves and they're absolute scammers. So don't be afraid to go and check people out, you know. Like, say if you get a friend request or something like that, go check that person's profile. Like, why are you getting a friend request? Do you have people in common? You might notice that they just joined in like April 2022 and they have 0 friends and something like that. Okay, so the card that came out here too is the Queen of Swords. Okay, so this is the massive protective energy. The Queen of Swords really likes to discern what is going on with people. So first of all, you're getting some sort of a gut feeling, probably, or a heart feeling. something is not quite right with this person. So you're not just afraid. There is something actually happening. And the Queen of Swords is the person that is going to say, okay, I want you to step behind me while I protect you. So you kind of want to bring out that sort of warrior self, okay? If you've ever wanted to pretend like you were a Viking or something like that, now is the time to bring that out for you, Pisces, because the Queen of Swords, she's going to take on that protective role for everybody in her family, okay? So you want to think about this very carefully. You could have assets to protect. You could have a family to protect. You could have your reputation to protect. And most of all, you could have your heart to protect, okay? So bring out this Queen of Swords. Like, don't be like out there like a dragon slayer or anything like that, but be very alert. Be very observant about what is happening here because, you know, you might be wrong, but what if you were right? You know what I mean? So I don't think there's anything wrong with being super cautious before allowing somebody any access to you. Do you know what I mean? Okay, so be very guarded and protective, okay? But also try to be open at the same time, which is a bit of a combination. I know that, but you kind of have to balance that somehow, okay? And then we do have the Knight of Pentacles. So this is a very relaxed journey of discovery, basically, okay? So the Knight of Pentacles, you could be getting some sort of intuitive guidance towards your next big windfall when we're talking about money. But there's also no rush here, okay? So the Knight is a very action-oriented person, and he likes to take clues and go to the next level. So I'm seeing that there is a little bit of like detective work in your future, okay? Especially, you know what? You got to protect your interests above all else, you know, and don't worry about hurting somebody's feelings. If you're asking them deeper questions or say, you know what? You told me that story before, and it seems like the details have changed. So what is going on? Okay, so don't be afraid to ask those questions. It's better to ask them right up front than to think like 2 or 3 years from now, why didn't I, like, and look at where I am now and I'm stuck with this person and maybe paying out a massive, like, whatever payment. I'm seeing like a bribery or something like that. So it could get really ugly. So don't worry about how they feel when you are asking probing questions. So I'm going to pull a card for your romance. So this is very cool here too. So this says express your love and go ahead and make the romantic gesture. So for those of you that are in a relationship, you got to keep the spark alive, okay? It's very important to constantly be dating your partner, and this is how you keep the spice alive. Like, do things that are really fun with each other. And if you're asking or you're looking at asking somebody out, just ask, you know. It's better to ask, just like what I was saying with these cards. It's better to ask and know than to kick yourself 10 years down the road just saying, oh, I wish I had, you know. Those are just words of utter regret and utter remorse, is when you're saying, I wish I had done this, okay? So just take the leap and go for it. And this is your life, so you can run it any way that you choose to, okay? So be very selective about who you let into your life. And if you see somebody that inspires you in a romantic or a passionate way, make an overture. I mean, people love that. You start off by flirting, you know what I mean? So I'm just gonna pull a card here to see if there's any opportunity for like additional money in your life, okay? So let me just pull one more Crystal Vision Tarot. And ooh, see, that person that you're having that intuitive sort of gut flash about, and you're like, that didn't really add up, you know, and you're just getting these increasing urges of like kind of maybe even skin crawling. They could have a real interest in your bank balance or your property or just moving in, and then, you know, not working and not doing anything around the house. We do have the Five of Swords here. So let me go back to the Queen of Swords. Okay, so here's the Queen of Swords, and she's ready to take care of herself. And I'm seeing here with the Five of Swords, this is what's going to happen if you don't allow the Queen of Swords energy to come into you and say, listen, my life is worth protecting. I'm not embarrassed to ask questions that will like really put a bubble of protection around me and my family and my assets. If you don't go down this road, I'm just seeing where if you don't take the measures that you're feeling immediately in this moment, there is like a lifetime of regret. And nobody wants to say that. Look at the Five of Swords. Here's that poser coming in here. And this is what's going to happen to your Queen of Swords energy if you don't proactively delve into people's lives, you know, and ask those really hard and probing questions right off the hop. You know, there's nothing wrong with doing that. Anybody that is really genuine will give you answers without hesitation and probably ask you their own set of questions at the same time. This is what a genuine relationship feels like. If somebody gets turned off and says, oh, you don't trust me, and they get really over the top, they probably have something to hide, and they're probably going to bring in a world of hurt sometime in the very near, or it could be a possibly distant future. So really, really take the precautions when you're meeting new people. Okay, so wow, quite a reading for you guys. Remember to always express your love. Sending you mine. Take care. Bye. How's it going, Aries? It's Robin here. Welcome to my channel, Aries Fire Tarot. So I am pleased to present to you your month ahead reading for May 2022. Okay, so this is going to be for Aries in Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. And of course, this is a general reading, okay? So keep that in mind. And if this isn't resonating, maybe check out your moon sign. And definitely tell me your moon sign down below in the comments. I am an Aries Sun and a Cancer Moon. So yes, I can be a complete hot mess. But anyway, guys, let's start into your reading. It's really funny that I was saying that my moon sign was Cancer. And then the King of Cups came out. So there is something really deep within you that is about to be illuminated. Okay, so you could be really getting in touch with who you are as a person in May. King of Cups, there's also, it is saying that there is like a deeper control available to you on an emotional level. Okay, so I'm an Aries. Okay, I have a number of Aries in my family, and I have many Aries friends. And the one thing that is not adorable about an Aries is they're very short fuse. Okay, so it does look like there is a little bit of work to be done in May, and possibly some sort of reconciliation within yourself where you feel better, okay? Where things are not, you're not on a hair trigger all the time. It's just really very comforting to see the King of Cups here being very relaxed. And this is also an indication that some sort of, what I'm getting from my guides is that some sort of childhood trauma could be resolved for you in May. Either you guys could possibly be receiving an apology. Oh, I have a hair out of place. Hold on. An apology, a long overdue apology for something that happened in your childhood or early teens, or you just are able to release something. So I got a lot of information out of that single card for you, Aries. But it's very nice, you know, that you can just be emotionally collected because you could have been really like infamous in the past for being a real firecracker, okay? And that's Aries. They're massive, massive fire sign, okay? Top of the zodiac, front of the pack, and you don't stand there with nothing burning inside of you, okay? But this is like a new level of maturity available to Aries. Also being able to use those emotions to benefit yourself instead of like slinking home and thinking, oh, I wish I had never said that. You know, so anyway, let's have another card for you guys. This is so beautiful. Okay, so look at what is happening here with the Ace of Pentacles. So you're getting this new sort of newfound stillness and calm within you. Okay, so and then the Ace of Pentacles, and it comes in and it says, as above, so below. Okay, and the Ace of Pentacles, it talks about gifts coming in from the universe, and the Pentacles represents wealth and abundance, okay, and opportunity. So once you can sort of calm those monsters within you, feel resolved, get a new calmness going on, that balance and appreciation of yourself will be reflected in the universe. So any of you Aries that have been feeling like the universe has been overlooking you, or the manifestations that you have been, like your I am affirmations and just, you know, waiting, hello, here it is. It's because there's been something else filling up the space within you where prosperity could not land itself, or love, or any type of abundance, okay? This balance that we're seeing here with the King of Cups is going to enable the universe to bless you in the many, many ways that you have been asking for, okay? So I love that. As above, so below. So when you think about that, you have to sort of think of yourself as the, like the below component, right? And as above as the universe. So the universe will only respond to you in the sense where you have worked on yourself or achieved a certain level of mastery of your emotions, okay? So this is going to be such a huge benefit for you in May. This is going to be like a really, I'm getting the words like profitable, but also, and it's gone, okay? All right, thank you. My guides just abandoned me, left me hanging. That's okay. I'll pull another card. So, nice. Wow. Okay, so if your birthday month, March or April, wasn't your month, that's because May is going to be that month for you, okay? So now we have the Queen of Pentacles, very at ease with herself. I love the fact that she's sitting with that tree, because I was thinking when I was talking about that as above, so below, I'm not sure how many of you understand or are aware that a tree, it is almost an exact replica of itself above and below, okay? So as far down deep as your roots grow, that's how much you can extend your branches up, okay? And then the Queen of Pentacles, she's like very calm in this card. She's understood that she has done all this very difficult work of grounding herself, of like really digging deep into the roots of everything. And the power of having that kind of a hold on yourself reflects, okay? And the Queen of Pentacles is this unstoppable energy of just achievement and, you know, just really powerful in accomplishing goals, okay? So this is going to be a strong month for Aries, and I love what I'm seeing here for you guys. So what I'm going to do is pull one card from the Romance Angel Oracle card deck to see what's going on with romance, okay? So hold on for a second, just let me shuffle this deck. Whoops. Okay, so there's the card. There it is right there. Playfulness. This is going to be whether you're single or in a relationship. This is a very powerful card as well. To recognize, to recapture romance, allow your inner youthful spirit of fun to shine, okay? So this is very important and intrinsic to long-term relationships, you know. Otherwise, I mean, if that's not your thing to have fun in your relationship, I don't get it. But, you know, to really just have a great time together, you know, you should be best friends. And if you're not best friends in your primary relationship with your partner, that's something that needs to be observed as well. And this could also be a factor in attracting in a partner, especially if you've been single for a long time, like me. You know, things get a little bit routine. They can be a little bit boring. It can sometimes be hard to be your sparkling best when you're alone. I mean, I tell jokes to my dog all the time, but she doesn't get them and she just thinks I'm weird. But anyway, I digress. Okay, so there is this real spirit of youthfulness and joyfulness that is available within you to share with either your partner that you have right now or attract a partner that is going to benefit you for the rest of your life, okay? And when we're seeing this balance of the Ace of Pentacles and the maturity of the King of Cups, this is like the top of the line energy that I'm seeing here for you, Aries. So I'm just going to pull one more card to see if there's any sort of gifts of money coming in for you guys, and then we'll just move on from there, okay? But it does look very promising with that Ace of Pentacles moving in it, you know, but let's really define that with one more card here for you, Aries, okay? So you have the Six of Wands, so there is your divine team in spirit supporting you everywhere you go, and they want you to have whatever it is that your heart desires. So this is going to be something that you should always remember, that if you are thinking that, well, you know, I'm just not that good with money, or I don't deserve money, nothing could be further from the truth for you, Aries. The universe wants you to express every aspect of your abundance. And this is, if you want to be filthy rich, there's nothing wrong with being that way. If you want to have just enough to survive and, you know, support your family, like, you can take your pick right now, because with the Six of Wands, this is your team in spirit surrounding you and saying, whatever you want for yourself, now is the time to ask for it, because you have all these blessings coming in with the Ace of Pentacles, the balance of the King of Cups, as above, so below, and the power and the stability of the Queen of Pentacles to ask for what you want, because you know you're worth it. And you know you can get it. And your team in spirit, you can call that source, you can call it your deity, whatever you want, okay? They want you to express yourself in the most abundant way possible. So I would really look forward to May being like a banner month for Aries, okay? So guys, take care of yourselves. Love and light. Bye. Hey, welcome Taurus. It's Robin here with Aries Fire Tarot. Guys, I'm going to do your month ahead reading for May 2022. So I hope you guys are doing great. I haven't posted a video for a while, so I hope you really enjoy this one. Anyway, we're off to the races here, Bull Gang, and I really just, I want to give you guys the best reading that I possibly can. So let me just clear the deck. Keep in mind, guys, this is a general reading for Taurus in Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. And this is the Crystal Visions Tarot card deck. What I'm going to look at for you, oh, good grief. Oh, I've got it. Is sort of the general energy of what's available for the collective of Taurus. I'm going to look at your house of money and see any new love shenanigans coming in for you guys. I think I just need a sip of water before I continue on here, guys. Give me a sec. Okay, so that's better. So there was a couple cards that dropped out of the deck while I was shuffling. So here they are. I didn't look at them. So let's have a peek. So we've got the King of Pentacles, very, very nice. And the Hanged Man, okay? So it looks like this is like, all right. I have so much information coming from my guides. It was like trying to get out of my mouth all at the same time. So is there something from your past that is haunting you, Taurus? Okay, because you've got the Hanging Man, but he's looking behind him. He's kind of looking in the rear view, okay? So you can't look at your life through the rear view mirror because you're never going back that way. So there is something really important going on here. I'm getting the sense that there could have been some sort of an effort that didn't really turn out the way that you wanted it to. So you could kind of be agonizing about that a little bit with the King of Pentacles, okay? If you're looking at something with the sense that it was a failure, try reframing that in your brain to say, okay, well, that was a trial run. I learned a lot from that. I'm not going to make those same mistakes again. Okay. So, Also looking at the past, unless you're doing it to sort of correct anything that might have gone wrong, you know what I mean? Like your angle of going towards things, or the people that you surrounded yourself with, just like tech updates, like anything like that. If you're not looking at it in the sense of improving, why are you doing that to yourself? Okay, because it's going to keep you stuck in that continuous loop, because when you look back on the past and continue to relive it, it's actually predicting your future, because the universe doesn't have any concept of time. Only humans do, okay? So it's kind of like that negative cycle, or that cycle of failure that you experienced, is happening in the now. So it's going to keep happening, okay? So that is going to really interrupt this King of Pentacles strategy that you have here, okay? So the King of Pentacles this is the person that can create their own life the way that they want to live it. So if you're looking back on an experience that wasn't so pleasant, even of like, oh, why did that happen to me? And sort of this continuous lamentation, it's just going to keep on going. And then this King of Pentacles cannot build the life that you desire, because it's looking too closely at a life that is undesired, okay? So there's a lot going on with those two cards, a lot to be learned, okay? Unless you really want to improve on something that happened in the past, it's best to just shake it off and leave it where it belongs, in the dust, okay? So let's have another couple cards here for you, Taurus. What have we got here? So we've got the Three of Pentacles, okay? So I really love the imagery in this card and the way it's been presented to you. Okay, so here's your past here, and now it's upright, and now it's supporting you. I'm getting this really vague, sort of foggy message from one of my guides, and I can't quite make it out. So I'm just going to keep talking, and maybe they'll come in a little bit more clearly. So you've looked at your past and decided, this is what I did really well. And this is not just about money. It's not just about finance. It's not just about business. It is also about relationships and like every aspect of your life. It could be something that is just like so horrifying that you can't stop thinking about it, okay? So the most important thing that you guys can do is resolve your past and make a list of things that, you know, wasn't really so great. I'm never gonna do that again. Things that went really well, things I'm proud of, and things that I can improve on. And now your past is supporting you and standing behind you in the Three of Pentacles while you go into creator mode. If you have not listened to the audio book, The Alchemist, or read the book, I really want to recommend that to you, because the Three of Pentacles represents the power of alchemy, and this is transmuting one energy into another, okay? So your past can either work for you or against you. So there could be a real opportunity for you guys to learn how to do that for yourselves, okay? So I'm going to pull a card from the Romance Angel Oracle card deck, and let's have a look at anything that could be happening in your love life. So it doesn't matter like whether you're in a relationship or you're single right now. These cards are very powerful for looking at. Oops, half the deck just went flying. Hold on. Okay, so let me do one more shuffle. My hair. Anyway. Oh, this is so interesting. This is really providing some sort of insight into why you guys could be stuck in some sort of time warp and looking into the past for something, because I've got this past life relationship, okay? This is so cool. This is why you're looking at the past and trying to overanalyze it. What you're really trying to do is beckon in this past life relationship. And when it comes to romantic relationships, the past life relationship is the karmic soul twin flame, blah, blah, that you are just probably waiting your whole life for, okay? So that could be why you're looking into the past so intently. This does not have to be a romantic relationship as well. This could be a friend relationship too, okay? So it says you have known each other before. So if you have not met this person yet, this could be why you're spending so much time looking into your past, but you can't look back far enough to see a different lifetime. So just really focus on changing the things that you can change in your current reality. But this is also a very good sign that if you're single, you could be meeting that person that you've just been waiting to meet, you know. You'll know them right away. You will know them right away. It's just going to be this sort of a soul recognition. This is the type of person that they could pop the question, you know, do you want to move in with me? Do you want to get married? Within about a week of knowing each other, everybody else is going to think you've gone completely off the deep end, but this is the deep knowing, and it happens to people, you guys. So, really beautiful card. And if you're in a relationship right now and you're thinking, I'm not sure, or you guys are going through a slump, or it's just gotten a little bit boring, just keep in mind that you guys are together for a reason, and really try to spice it up a little bit, okay? So I'm just going to pull a card here to look at any financial opportunities coming in for you as well, Taurus. So, yeah. Okay, so we do have the Hierophant here. So, okay, so here's the words that I'm getting. It's like you need to remind yourself that money is really a blessing, okay? I know some people, they like to think that money is the root of all evil, but it's really not, you know. Humans are. So really try to detach from that. Money is a really, truly spiritual experience. Money is a complete energy. It is always circulating in your life. So if you're seeing a lack of finances for you guys right now, it could be that you're just a little bit out of touch or alignment on an energetic basis. So I really want to just remind you guys to, like, don't let your spiritual practice slip, you know. Remember to, like, if you're the type of person to say prayers, keep on saying them. You know, remember your gratitude practice. Remember that there is someone or something guiding you on your path. So don't forget about that as you're trying to manifest your best life, whether that's going to be a boatload of money or, you know, your twin flame. Just always keep that in mind and be grateful to spirit. And the Hierophant is a really beautiful connection to your spiritual powers. Okay, so I really just loved your reading so much for you guys, because a great opportunity to move forward and heal your past and bring in this once in a lifetime type of love. Okay, so guys, I'll see you next time. Bye. Gemini, how's it going? It's Robin here, guys. Welcome to my channel, Aries Fire Tarot. So I'm using the Crystal Vision Tarot card deck to do your May month ahead reading. So I'm going to be looking at the general energy available for Gemini in Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Of course, this is a general reading, okay? Keep that in mind. And if this one isn't resonating, you can just go ahead and navigate to your moon sign. That one might be making a little bit more sense for you. Anyway, I hope you enjoy, guys. Let's just crack on here. Hold on, I think I need a sip of water first. Wait 1 sec. Okie dokie. So let's pull a card here for you guys. Man, you know, some tarot card readers call like a stalker card. It kind of shows up in everybody's reading. Okay, so you guys are like the fourth reading this has shown up in the Knight of Pentacles. Okay, so this is a message to just kind of relax yourself on your path here. Knight of Pentacles, okay, Knights are very forward moving, in the pursuit of all things abundant, right? So getting really powerful messages and moving forward. But the message that I'm getting for you guys is that you don't have to push any harder than you already are. Things are already, like, they're done already. It's already yours. So you can just relax. You don't have to knock yourself out. Okay, so if you're the type of person that is in constant pursuit, always saying affirmations, like repetitively asking the universe or source for your thing to come true, you don't have to do that, okay? You can just ask once, keep it in your mind and keep on going and live your life, okay? And this is going to be such a great comfort and ease that you don't constantly have to be chasing something. Once you imagine something to be yours and you know it in your heart, it already is. So you can just go back to having fun, go back to being your like super yummy Gemini personality, and just relax into life. You could call it go with the flow if you wanted to, okay? So let's have another card here for you, Gemini. This is like just the overall message that I'm getting for you guys. We've got the Four of Swords, and this is just saying life is not meant to be a battle, okay? When you look at the Suit of Swords, this is like, it's so uncomfortable, so much angst going on, but the Four of Swords is like, I'm floating through life. I'm not obligated to just keep on hammering away at the same thing over and over and over again. This is practicing self-care. You may really want to focus on that in the month of May, Gemini, just because I am getting this vibration. And this particular Four of Swords is just really so laid back, and maybe taking up practices that involve water, like maybe having more baths if you're a shower person, maybe doing some hydrotherapy or something like that as well. So there's an important lesson here for you, Gemini, that, you know, the fabric of life has already been sewn for you. So whatever it is that you're seeing for yourself, it's truly there. It is really there. And sometimes it might just take a little bit longer than others to materialize. And that can be just the really biggest test of patience, is just not understanding that you're the one in a rush, not the universe, okay? So let me pull one more card from the Crystal Visions Tarot card deck here for you guys. And you have the High Priestess, who is just so heart-centered and balanced, very spiritual energy, but just reflecting on self, okay? So you are being guided with the cards that I'm getting here, is just to protect your own energy, especially if any of you have been experiencing any kind of health issues. You're going to have to put that first and foremost on your to-do list. Be a little bit more selfish about your time. Just really connect to who you are on the inside and then work your way outward. I really love the aura that is surrounding the High Priestess here. So you guys might really want to look at how you're feeling overall, and maybe understanding that you might need some sort of energetic cleansing or something like that. Do some aura work as we move into May. And the guides are just saying you don't have to worry about anything, okay? Because everything will come along when it's meant to for you. And speaking of that, I'm going to pull you guys a Romance Angel Oracle card just to see what's happening in your love life. These are not always about romance either, so this is going to apply whether you're single or in a relationship. Whoop, there's the card. Ooh, ooh. Well, how exciting. Okay, so the card I pulled for you says wedding. Okay, so this could mean if you're already married that you could be really wanting to plan a second ceremony to renew your vows. It could be a really good strong sign that the person that you're with, that you're meant to be united in matrimony. And if you're single, you could be meeting the person that you are meant to marry and share the rest of your lives with. So this is a really beautiful card for you, Gemini. Also, another really good reason to take care of yourself so that you are able to open up and give love the way that the person that you're with deserves it, and so that you're able to receive the way that you deserve it. Okay, so one more card I'm going to pull for you guys. I'm going to look at any possible gifts of wealth and abundance coming in for you. And when you settle back and have this absolute knowledge that it's already yours, things start to appear a lot faster than if you were in constant pursuit or taking the kind of energetic tact that, why isn't this happening for me? Okay, so I dropped a card. I'm just gonna go get it. Hold on. It was actually a bunch of cards, so I put them back in the deck. So let's have a look at, whoop, and there we go, for money. Okay, so you have the Knight of Cups. So it really looks like this is going to be a month of like great blessings for you. The Knight of Cups, it's like coming forward with an offer, being really blessed. It could be also a once in a lifetime offer monetarily, because you're seeing the Knight is mounted on a unicorn here, okay? So, you know, unicorns are rare and some people don't believe in them, but they do exist. They are a guide that is coming in from a different dimension, probably opening up a portal of some sort of wealth and abundance that you never saw before, because you're too busy possibly chasing your tail and asking why things aren't happening. And when you're putting that energy out into the universe, you're kind of like perpetuating the cycle of things not happening for you. So really take care of yourself, like hit your snooze button, shut the alarm off, take a long bath, like really take care of yourself. Let the universe do its job. You're not in control, the universe is. So really important messages for you, Gemini. I hope you enjoyed your reading. Take care. Bye. How's it going, Cancer? It's Robin here. Thanks for joining me today on Aries Fire Tarot for your May month ahead tarot card reading. So I'm going to be using the Crystal Vision tarot card deck that I'm shuffling right now. And a little bit later, a card came out, but it was upside down, so we'll just leave that. A little bit later, I'm going to pull a Romance Angel Oracle card to see what's happening in your love life, whether you are single or in a relationship. Okay, so this is going to be for Cancer in Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Keeping in mind, this is a general reading, okay? I always like to say if your sun sign isn't resonating, go check out your moon sign, okay? So anyway, let's kick off with that card that came out. Let's see what's going on for you, Cancer. We do have the King of Pentacles, okay? So there's going to be a moment of, and I'm getting the word like of introduction, where you could meet another facet of yourself, okay? Because Cancer are very, like, okay, I'm getting a couple scenarios here. I'm getting the word sort of a gender fluidity, so you could be introduced into a new aspect of yourself on that note, but there's also going to be a recognition that your emotions are creating your reality, okay? So this is very important for Cancers to be aware of, because Cancerians, they're so, they feel everything so deeply, okay? And with the King of Pentacles, this is the kind of energy that is like the mover and shaker. This is the type of person that you will find probably with the biggest house and the biggest bank account and, you know, the best family and the best marriage, because they envision this in themselves and they are able to accomplish that. So there's a brand new sort of level of awareness opening up for you as we move into May for you, Cancer. And I love to see that when people are able to tap into a self-awareness. It's like, oh, I've always been able to do that. So let's see what else that will happen for you. So we have the Seven of Wands, okay? This is a really interesting card because it's saying to me that other people might not like this revelation. So before you start to talk about your new power or your new sort of way of identifying as yourself, like, make sure that your audience is prepared for it, because the Seven of Wands is showing people having an issue with whatever it is that you are so thrilled about, and that's a very uncomfortable situation to be in. So you really want to wait for the right time to tell people, like if you found a new magic source within you, or if you would like to identify in a different way, you know how people have their pronouns. It can be very difficult for people that don't have the imagination and the sensitivity that a Cancer has. So the Seven of Wands is a really defensive energy where instead of people embracing you, and this is horrible when this happens, you know, instead of people embracing you the way that you would like them to, they are a little bit skeptical, or even worse, they're just like flat out unaccepting, okay? So this is a little bit of a warning to be careful around people, you know, because they might want to clip your wings in a sense. And this is like really bothers me that you are going to have to go through this with certain people. So you can just make the judgment call whether or not that you want to tell people. Pick your time to talk to people about it, especially if you've reached a new spiritual level. Like, you know, the higher you get in your self-realization, it seems like the number of people that will understand it seems to dwindle. Okay, so there's something that I like to remind myself, I say to myself, is to keep your vibe high and your tribe, like your circle, small. Okay, so it does tend to happen that you really just need a core circle of people that will understand you and accept you. And then the people that are going to give you this type of energy with the Seven of Wands, they're on sort of a need to know basis. Okay, so you have to really assess if people are going to be able to handle your truth and whether they deserve to have access to it or not. Like, do they really need to know every single thing about you? You know, you're going to have to make that call. Otherwise, you're going to have to put up with a little bit of flack. And to me, that's just not cool. Okay, so, but it's your decision. I'm just saying. So we do have the Four of Wands here. So there's a lot of celebration going on here too. You know, so when you're uncovering these additional levels about yourself, like really take the time to say, man, I love this about me. It doesn't matter what anybody has to say, right? Going back to the Seven of Wands here. It's like, my circle, my tribe understand who I am, and they really do want me to be the best version, the most honest version of myself as I can possibly be. There's also something else going on here. There could be a cause for celebration coming up in your life. There could be an engagement. There could be a wedding coming up. There could be something really worth celebrating in your family. Okay, so very interesting cards for you, like really sensing a new chapter of yourself, like a new aspect of yourself opening up, and then having the sensibilities to protect that from people that might not understand it. Okay, so anyway, I'm gonna pull a Romance Angel Oracle card for you guys, Cancer, and we'll see what's going on with your love life. Okay, woo. Okay, so we'll take Hot Mess. Pay attention to the red flags. The signs are cautioning you. Okay, so that really ties in a way to this Seven of Wands. Okay, like I was saying before, you have to really watch people for their behavior and what they are able to accept at their level of development. Okay, sometimes it can be really, I guess, like cathartic in a way to sort of blurt out, like, this is my truth and you can handle it or not. Okay, but that can also make your life really miserable. Like when you are really super comfortable in the sense of like, this is who I am. It doesn't matter who approves of me. Like maybe my great-great-grandmother doesn't need to know about my changing my pronouns because it's just like too far out of her concept of understanding, or maybe she's super cool about it. So you really have to use those flags, you know, either it's a green flag waving you in or a red flag. Also, because this is a romance card, you really have to pay attention. And I want you guys to really consider this. If you're in a relationship with somebody, or if you're single and if you've just met somebody and you have this feeling is like I don't think they're a very good person, right? Or like that really upsets me. But you think that, well, I'm just gonna like not say anything because there's potential here for a relationship. But meanwhile, your guides are coming in and they are giving you very significant insight into this person that you are aligned with in a romantic sense. And because they can't speak to you, they're giving you physical signs and making you aware of something. And you could like have an eyebrow moment or like, what was that? You know, like you're seeing this for a reason. It's to guide you away from them. So pay really close attention to that. Like you have to listen to the signs, okay? And not think, oh, well, they're just so good looking or we're so compatible in all these other ways, you know. There shouldn't be any question marks. There shouldn't be any fear. There shouldn't be any reluctance. You know, there's a difference between being happy and anxious about a relationship and worried and anxious about a relationship. So really watch for the signs in your romantic life as well as your life overall, okay? So I'm going to go back to the Crystal Visions Tarot here, and I want to see if there's any money coming in for you guys, okay? Whoa. Okay. Okay. Don't get nervous when I flip this card over. This card, it tends to have a bit of a negative impact for people, okay? So this is saying whatever your current relationship is with money, it's going to be superseded by something new, okay? So this is the Death card, and this is like closing a chapter, you know. So if you're struggling with money or you're not able to find a job, all of that is going to get pushed behind you at some point in May so that you can receive something that is going to have quite a bit more significance, okay? So that's what it means when the Death card comes up in a reading. It just means that the current situation is about to end. So if you're really having any money struggles, you can kiss those all goodbye, because there is something new and improved coming in for you. So it should be a really interesting month for you, Cancer. So I do look forward to your comments, and thank you everybody for subscribing, and I'm going to wrap this up. I'll see you next time. Bye. What's happening, Leo? It's Robin here. Welcome to my channel, Aries Fire Tarot. So I have the Crystal Visions deck in my hands, and I'm going to be providing you guys a May 2022 month ahead tarot card reading. So I'm just going to have a look at the available energy and any circumstances that you guys might encounter. So this is going to be a general reading for Leo in Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Okay, guys, so I'm also going to pull you guys a Romance Angel Oracle card a little bit later in the reading. So I hope you guys enjoy. Remember to give me a shout out in the comments and subscribe. And thanks, guys, for being here. It's truly a blessing. I'm going to start pulling cards here. My guides say, oh, there's something going to be very big for you guys to celebrate. Okay, so we do have the Four of Wands, which is a card of fire. You guys are a fire sign, so this really, really is a good prediction of something to celebrate. The Four of Wands is really an underlying tone of something really beautiful and bountiful coming into your life. It does look like there could be a new love connection as well. Many of you could be getting a declaration of love, but I'm seeing a ring here as well. Okay, so you could be proposing, or somebody very close in your family could celebrate an engagement or a marriage or something like that. But I'm getting like a high voltage celebration for you, Leo. So and because you guys are so warm and caring, you're going to treat this, like, whether it's you or somebody that you're close to, is a very personal thing, and you're going to be very blessed and happy whether it is you or somebody that you're close to. So anyway, beautiful start for you guys, like really happy, like kick up your heels energy to start off with. Okay, so let me do a follow-up card here for you guys and see what else is going on. Okay. You've got the Five of Wands, so there is going to be a situation that you guys may or may not approve of, okay? But you're going to have to remind yourself with the Five of Wands, and it's so funny that there's lions in this Five of Wands because you guys are represented by Leo the lion. It's going to be where you guys, your opinion is not welcome from what I'm seeing here. You got to really keep to the side. Even if somebody specifically asks you your opinion, you might not want to weigh in, because this is going to be something that could be held against you later on in life. You know, when somebody's like wanting to pick a fight with you and they're just sort of reaching for something. Five of Wands is really bad timing. Keep your mouth shut, like stay as diplomatic as possible. Try and like recede back into the background if somebody is having an argument. Your opinion is not welcome, okay? So it's going to be a little bit of a roller coaster ride for you guys in May, where it's like a really big high with the Four of Wands, and then the Five of Wands is like a little bit dicey, okay? Even if you guys think that you're helping and you're being gentle and like taking care of things, It's like pulling the pin on a grenade. It is not a good call, okay? So just try and remember that, Leo. This is somebody else's problem to solve, so don't get involved, okay? Rhyming not intended. Okay, so, and then we have the Chariot card. So there's also something else that I'm getting about the Five of Wands. Like, if it's not your drama and it's got nothing to do with you, or even if it's like very close to you, but it's not, you are not the center of this debate, it's really going to be harmful to your own energy. And you can see that here with the Chariot card. You really want to be protecting your energy at all costs, because this is how the core of your manifestation is developed, okay? I'm getting the words like contentious, and maybe if you're watching things like that is very violent, like with gaming and on television and stuff like that, you might want to dial that down, because it could be, especially if you guys are letting me know if this is happening for you. If you're feeling a little bit stressed out for no apparent reason, and your life could be going really well for you right now, you could be having cold and flu symptoms, just really a lack of motivation. It could be just because you're absorbing too much negative energy from the people around you, or from the experiences that you're attending in the form of like live events or on television or social media or something like that. You can see here that your energy, it's like really, really, you're in control of it right now. So you don't want to give up that control to somebody else, especially if it's just a media thing. You know, if it's a family thing, that's a little bit different. But this could be a really pivotal moment in your life to change to doing things that are a little bit more favorable for you, to keep you a little bit more on an even keel, okay? And it could really serve you well when you see things that are just not any of your business, where you're like, okay, this is just, I'm gonna bow out here right now, okay? So something to be really aware of, okay? So I'm gonna pull one more card here for you guys. We do have the Nine of Wands. So this is, and I love how there's another, is it a lion? It looks like a lion. But anyway, looking back over your past a little bit to see what has been working for you, and coming to other people's rescues. Is that really the smartest thing for you to be doing? There's a lot going on here for you. I dropped a card, hold on. A lot of fire in your reading, a lot of Wands cards, the energy of the Chariot coming in here. And then with the Nine of Wands, the Wine of Wands, anyway, it is saying you have to look at which tactics have been successful in your past in order to turn them around and apply them to future situations. And that's going to come in really handy when you see the Five of Wands situation. This could just be your friends like bickering about something and trying to draw you in for your opinion. And you know what's going to happen then. You're just going to take the blame for it. So you want to step back from that. All right, so let's have a look at a Romance Angel Oracle card to see what could possibly be going on with your love life. This is going to be whether you're in a relationship or you're single, okay? Hold on. I just want to do one more. There, okay. This could be the one, okay? So you've already met the romantic partner you seek. This is really interesting, especially for those of you guys that are single, okay? You could already have a friend on your like social media list, or somebody that you've dated before that could be coming around, you know. They could be on a different level now, so whatever broke you up in the past, it might not even be an issue anymore. For those of you that are in a relationship, okay, you've already met the romantic partner you seek. You could be having some doubts. Is this the right person? You know, you could be in a long relationship and things could be a little bit stagnant. It's time for you to remember exactly the reasons why you chose to be with each other. Okay, so this could be the one. I think this is really going to be important for you single Leos out there, you know, just because a foundation of friendship matters so much to Leo. I find Leo can be very, very private and not really discuss their emotions with a lot of people. So this means that you have a foundation of trust with that person already. Okay, so I think that's really amazing. I'm going to pull one more crystal vision card for you guys, because I want to see if there's any money coming in for you in May, okay? So keeping in mind, LMG, Leo Millionaire Gang, you guys are really, you know, I've seen it in a ton of your readings. I really want to know how you're making progress with achieving, you know, the wealth of whatever it is that you desire. So let's have another card here for you guys. Amazing. So 3 of Cups, your relationships are going to be a high focal point in this month. You do have the 3 of Cups. So there is a collaboration possible for you. You could have somebody coming in to make you an offer. There could be some sort of financial banking or backing going. There could be like a business idea that is sparked from hanging out with your friends, your buddies, your girlfriends, or whatever. And this is also possibly the person that you're meant to be with. This could be a really, really strong relationship, and you guys could forge a foundation for the rest of your life, okay? That's why it's going to be really important with this 5 of Wands to keep your nose out of anybody else's business, so that you can observe what else is going on with other people's reactions as well. So a busy month for you in May, Leo. You could be like just bombarded with opportunities. So this is why it's going to be so important to keep your energy out of other people's businesses so you can use it for your own highest potential. Okay, so I'm going to leave this reading for now, you guys, and I'll see you back here next time. Take care. Bye. How's it going, Virgo? It's Robin here. Welcome to my channel, Aries Fire Tarot. Thank you so much for tuning in for your month ahead reading for May 2022. So I'm going to be using the Crystal Vision Tarot card deck for you guys. So let me just give this a really good shuffle. So I'm going to be looking at like the general events or energy that are available for Virgo in Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. I'm also going to pull a Romance Angel Oracle card a little bit later. And I also want to just specifically focus on any money that is available to you guys. So this is going to be a busy reading, just sort of a broad tune into May 2022. Okay, so let's get going. So we have the King of Swords here. So this is the energy of somebody that is absolutely brilliant, okay? They could come across as being very cold and calculating, but this is because they are very reserved with their emotions, okay? So this could be somebody either coming into your life, and this is going to be somebody with an air sign. This is Libra, Gemini, or Aquarius. Or you could have this portal of like wisdom open up for you, not saying that you're not anything less than smart, but there is a really precise instrumental, like if you understand the way that the King of Swords brain works, he deals just with facts and leaves emotion out of it. So this could be a really big asset to you. You're coming into this period where somebody is going to align with you to sort of say, like, leave the emotion out of a decision, or you guys will be gifted with that, okay? Because I find, Virgo, you guys are very like empathic and empathetic, so you can get really caught up in the emotional side of things, and that's not always a detriment, but I am seeing where there's a situation where that could be, you know, where somebody could be trying to take advantage of you, but you feel so sorry for them that you want to help them out, and then you're the one that ends up out of pocket or something happens and it's just not what you wanted, okay? So having this ability to remove emotion from the equation is sometimes a very good thing. So let's see what that is all about anyway. Like, why would you need this? Basically a superpower, okay? 8 of Wands. Sorry. So we have a very fast moving energy coming in. The 8 of Wands is like circumstances changing really rapidly. So if you're swirling in emotions, this can really challenge you to make the right decision at the right time, which is why you need this King of Swords energy, okay? So if you have a rapidly changing circumstance in your life that I am predicting here for May, this could be a change in a job environment, or you could be moving, there could be a new person coming in. This is where you need to leave emotion out of it, especially if you are being exited forcefully from one situation and then you're sort of caught with, I don't know what to do next, okay? You're not going to be able to figure it out by swirling with emotion or feeling bad for yourself. There could be a new person coming in that is a Leo, Aries, or a Sagittarius that could be really overwhelming with their personality too. So, and they're so highly magnetic that you could be drawn into something and it could carry away very quickly, okay? So I want you guys to be careful and just kind of step back and just look at things from a really precise aspect. And if you know somebody that is an air sign, Libra, Gemini, Aquarius, that has those traits that we were looking at, maybe go and speak to them about it so that you can... I have to keep saying this, leave emotion out of it. There are some decisions that you can use your heart for, but I see something that is going to need your absolute brain power for, okay? So be very careful, especially if you have somebody that is very persuasive, that is a fire sign. And again, that is Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius. Okay, so I'll pull one more card here for you guys from the Crystal Visions. Seven of Pentacles. Okay, so this decision that is coming into your life, and I do see it more revolved around a person than anything else, it could really have an impact on the rest of your life, which is why it's going to need you to really sit back and just say, okay, if I make this decision, where could I possibly go? And then like, okay, if I say yes to this, what would happen? If I say no, if I put it off, like really sort of start considering which way, which trajectory, which path that you could end up on. What are the possible results? Like you're really going to have to work backwards. The Seven of Pentacles, it is like you're planting seeds for your tomorrow, for your like 10 years from now, for your retirement. So are you making the smartest decisions? And if your heart is all caught up into something, it can be really impossible to do that. So make sure you're pulling yourself back and dealing with the facts, okay? And I really think this could have a lot to do with something emotional coming in, like potentially like that person that we're seeing, Leo, Aries, and Sagittarius. Their personalities are so huge. They can really stop a room, okay? And then they could have this like swooning reaction. So you want to be really mindful of that. Let me pull a card here. See, this is exactly what I was seeing here. You got to love yourself first and put the attention on yourself first. This might not come naturally to you, Virgo, because like I was saying before, you guys are so empathetic that you like to put people and their needs and desires above you a little bit, okay? So love yourself first. Your self-respect makes you more romantically attractive, okay? So especially in the sense of a fire sign that wants everything their way, okay? They're really not used to people saying, I really respect the desires that you have right now, but I also have needs and they need to be taken care of, okay? So really watch for this, especially if you're single right now and you meet somebody that just, they kind of suck all the air out of the room because they are so enigmatic in their personality, okay? So this is where you're really going to need this King of Swords energy, all right? So I really want to look at any financial blessings that you might want to receive or that you will receive. I just used the wrong word there, so excuse me on that, Virgo. So let me just pull another card here and we'll have a look at, like, is there any... I sound like a valley girl. I'm sorry. I've been saying like so much. So, okay. So you've got the Three of Pentacles. It's like really May is going to be a pivotal month for you guys. Remember, like working backwards and looking at all these potential outcomes from an invitation that you're going to receive, or moving, like transitioning from one part of your life to the next, or opening up a new chapter. You do have the Three of Pentacles here. So this is the moment where you have to grab your fate and direct it, okay? Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius are really great cheerleaders, but they can tend to be a little bit self-centered, so they might not have your best interests at heart, even if you tell them, okay? So this is why you might want to withdraw from them a little bit. And then again, the King of Swords is so important if there's a financial opportunity that is coming in for you guys. Like a King of Swords is really, they could be a high ranking like bank official, you know, they could be somebody that has a really strong financial knowledge. So you could really depend on them to sort of forecast forward with the Seven of Pentacles, okay? But whatever else is happening in May, Virgo, I just want to remind you, and I cannot say this enough, it is okay to prioritize your own emotions, your thoughts, your feelings, your money, your residence, your job. Everything about you must come first, okay? And I know that could be very difficult, but try your best, okay? So anyway, guys, I'm going to wrap the reading up, and thanks so much for tuning in. I'll see you back here another time. Bye. How's it going, Libra? It's Robin here. Thanks, guys, for joining me today on Aries Fire Tarot. So I will be shuffling the Crystal Visions Tarot card deck while I introduce this reading. I'm going to do you a month ahead for May 2022. I'm also going to pull a Romance Angel Oracle card towards the end of the reading, and I want to focus a little bit on your money, any gifts coming in, etc. So quick reminder, this is going to be a general reading for your zodiac sign of Libra in Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus, okay? If this one isn't working for you, maybe check out your moon sign, and you can do that quite quickly just by using the link in the description. Okay, so I'm ready to start pulling cards. So guys, remember to comment and subscribe. Okay, so let's go. Okay, so we do have the Five of Wands here. So it looks like there's going to be some sort of a disruption around you. You're going to have to make some sort of decision whether you want to participate in a bit of a brawl or not, okay? This could also be an indication that you need to withhold your opinion until the right time presents itself, okay? So, or launch a business idea or approach somebody for a loan or something like that. This is really to watch your timing and to decide whether or not there's something that you want to jump into, okay? But the other side, what I'm getting here is to just keep yourself ready just in case, okay? What's that phrase they're saying? It's like, if you stay ready, you don't have to get ready. So always be prepared for what is about to happen next for you. I really want to clarify this card a little bit to see what is going on, okay? Just give me a sec. I'll just do a little bit of a shuffle here and we'll pull another card. So we have the Page of Wands, okay? So this could be why you're feeling like something is just about to happen. Because with the Page of Wands, you're getting messages on the next phase of your life, okay? I love how she's like using a pipe, like a flute, like the Pied Piper, and that there is a dragon there. And dragons are actually interdimensional guides, okay? They exist in different realms and they can come in and out of our reality with easy frequencies. So this could be why you're feeling so amped up and just ready to go and sort of jump in the ring and, you know, just really make yourself known to other people around you, okay? So let me pull another card here. Are you guys feeling that kind of energy? Like there's just something and there's no physical awareness of it, like you can't really see anything, but there's a sense that you're just really ready to go, kind of in battle mode, ready to move forward, take on that next challenge. You know, it could be happening because you are getting these messages from the Page of Wands and your dragon guide, which happens quite a bit in your sleep, okay? So you could feel really supercharged in the mornings as well for the month of May, and that could be because you're doing, either you're getting dreams, messages from your guides, or you're doing a lot of transcendental travel, and that usually happens during your sleeping hours. So now, wow, this is really cool. I pulled the High Priestess and the Ace of Swords, okay? So there's sort of a genius light bulb moment about to happen for you when you see the Ace of Swords. And the High Priestess is really connected to your softer, divine, spiritual side. So there could be a bit of a spiritual revolution or evolution for you guys. I know a lot of people, they just don't think that dragons are real. You could have a really close encounter with some sort of guide that other people might scoff or mock at. So you might want to keep that to yourself for a little while. You can tell me about it because I totally trust and believe in dragons, but I really see where you guys are going to start possibly having visions of things to come. Maybe be able to predict things a little bit in advance. And this could be giving you that energy of just wanting to jump into everything, but you'll know exactly when the right time is for you to move forward. So don't make any rash decisions, okay? And you want to kind of keep to the side of other people's events so you can save your energy for what is coming for you. And I'll do you one more card here. The Judgment card, okay? So this means that a decision is just about to be made for you, okay? In your favor, something is about to happen for you, and you're getting all these sort of breadcrumb trails leading up to it, definitely with the High Priestess and the Page of Wands. I dropped a card, so I'm distracted. I'll go pick it up. Hold on. So I dropped the Five of Wands on the floor. So this is like telling me that this is something that you need to eliminate. Just to get that sort of anxiety and getting all riled up about something that hasn't quite happened. You really need to keep that air of expectancy about you because something is coming in for you very powerfully. Also, another aspect of the Ace of Swords is being under the protection and guidance of Archangel Michael. So you guys have a really high potential to expand your spirituality. You've got the High Priestess. You do have the Judgment card here. You have the Page of Wands. And I'm really referring to the Judgment card as being the universe going, okay, now it's time for Libra to come into that possession or that wealth or that love life or, you know, something really powerful about to happen for you. So that's why you could be feeling a little bit anxious, having some really strange dreams, waking up at probably 2, 3, 4 o'clock in the morning, like inexplicably. So that's probably why you're having some strange things going on, because the universe is working in your favor right now. So I'm going to pull a Romance Angel card for you guys to see what's going on with your love life. This is going to be for those of you that are both single and in a relationship. Okay, so let me pull a card here. Passion. So allow your heart and soul to sing with joy. Okay, so for those of you that are single, all of these things, these synchronicities that are happening for you could definitely be signs of your twin flame coming in. And you could be having dreams about somebody that you have never met before. And this is making you wake up with your heart beating. You could be having really intimate dreams about them as well, like kissing a stranger. You could see their face quite plainly. That could be part of what is going on with all these cards that I pulled for you in the main part of your reading, okay? That is part of the process of meeting your twin flame in real life, is that you're going to start to have energetic connections with them before you meet in the physical realm, okay? That you could bump into them, bump into that person on the street and go, wow, I immediately recognize you from my dreams, okay? So passion, allow your heart and soul to sing with joy, and that is going to pull that twin flame connection in even more strongly for you. So for those of you in a relationship, you've got to remember to keep the fires of passion lit, okay? Because long-term relationships can either be really spicy and full of joy, or they can be super boring and you could start to get annoyed with people, okay? So keeping the lines of communication open, finding new ways to express your passion. There's tons of things that you guys could do to keep the passion alive. And I'm getting here too, not just for your romantic relationships, but definitely to keep your friendships really strong too, and keep you really like linked to like a caring type of behavior with each other. All right, so I'm going to pull a card here from the Crystal Visions to see what's going on with your house of money for May. Okay, so let me just pull this top card here. You do have the King of Wands here, so this is a really powerful card. You could be incredibly driven to succeed at something that you have failed at in the past, okay? And when I say fail, it just means that you weren't successful. But the King of Wands, he doesn't like to come in second place to anybody. This is really strong energy to be in kind of like an overachiever mode. You guys could get really, really ramped up for success in May. And it's all going to start probably during your sleeping hours. You could have, like, have you ever seen how animals react when there's a storm coming? Like, they can tell like there's an electricity in the air. So this is how you guys are going to be feeling when these decisions are being made. Let me just grab the Judgment card. The decision is made. So Libra can really just jump in head first to all this massive success that is about to happen. Meet this twin flame that you have been seeking for a long time. This is going to be a really, really good month for you, Libra. So anyway, yeah, love and money and all that good stuff. Really successful in May. So keep you guys focused on yourself and stay out of other people's businesses as much as possible. Okay, I'm going to wrap it up. Take care. Bye. How's it going, Scorpio? It's Robin here. Welcome to my channel, Aries Fire Tarot. So anyway, guys, I'm going to do a general reading for Scorpio in Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus for you. And I will be using the Crystal Visions. I don't want to keep that card. I saw it. Okay, so Crystal Visions tarot card deck for you guys, just to have a look at the general energy available in May for Scorpio in Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. So I hope you guys enjoy the reading. Let me know what you think down below in the comments, and thank you to everybody that has subscribed. So one thing I'm going to do too is I'm going to pull, excuse me, a Romance Angel Oracle card towards the end of your reading, because we'll have a little look at your love life, you know, regardless if your marital status or whether you're single. Okay, so let me just start pulling some cards here for you. Let's have a look. The first card that we've got here is the Page of Wands. So I'm getting a really significant sense that a fire sign could be coming into your life. That is going to be an Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius. They are going to be instrumental in the next phase of your life. Let me just change the camera angle a little bit. So they are going to be able to, it's funny, I'm getting this like almost like an Amazing Race type of thing where you guys are waiting at a checkpoint for instructions to move forward, but there's something missing, and it could be a partner missing from your life or just a new friendship coming in. So it's like you're going to get new life breathed into your current mission, whatever that might be here on Earth, okay? So really look forward to meeting somebody that is an Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius, and they might be able to help you unlock some secrets of your life, or just kind of make things seem a little bit more magical, you know. Scorpio, I find you guys have a really fun sense of humor. Maybe there's people not getting your jokes lately, or you feel a little bit awkward around them. So this fire sign that's coming in, you guys are probably gonna like scream with laughter and have the best time ever. You guys could make really magical partners for doing things that are sort of, maybe your friends and family right now might think it's a little bit weird. Like, this is somebody that you could do something like extreme sports, or, you know, do like an Amazing Race type of thing that I was talking about before. I'm getting a really strong parkour vibe. Like, you could do something that most people would think is a little bit insane, like base jumping, or maybe go climb a really big mountain. I'm thinking Kilimanjaro, just because I think it's super popular. But do you know what I mean? If somebody is going to match your, I mean this with the like the kindest words possible, match your level of crazy, okay? Where other people are like, I'm not doing that, but Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius, they're all about it, and they're going to be willing to throw down whatever experience you want to have, Scorpio. And this could be really important for like a really durable friendship that is going to last the rest of your life, or potential romantic partners. So this is looking really inspirational. So I don't think there's anything wrong with asking people, hey, what's your zodiac sign? Even though it can seem like a real cheesy pickup line, that's not what's going on here, okay? So I'm going to give you guys the card from the bottom of the deck. So we do have the Justice card. So this is really interesting that we're getting the Justice card, okay? So this is somebody that is going to bring you back into a state of balance, okay? Because I'm seeing where in the past you might have had to sort of dim your light a little bit. And that's something that you should never do. If somebody is asking you to be smaller, to fit into some sort of box of the idea that they have about you, that's somebody trying to hold you back or hold you down, and I don't think that's very cool, okay? So anyway, Justice is about balancing things off, and this person is going to be the perfect complement to your lifestyle. And again, whether that is going to be a romantic connection or somebody that is just going to be like best mates forever, it's looking really promising, okay? But because I'm getting this really strong vibe that this could be somebody that is a potential lover in your future, I'm just going to stop everything and pull a Romance Angel Oracle card, because it could very well be that this fire sign is meant to be your life partner as well, okay? But it's going to look like a really gentle type of friendship to go, you know, nothing too like compounded with a romantic interest that'll be kind of scary, because you guys went through a lot in the past couple years with trust issues with people, and you had trust issues because somebody was not worth trusting, okay? It's not like you guys were losing your mind or anything like that. It was like something very valid that was provided by the other person, and you were just, wow, I can't get that close to somebody ever again. But you could really change your mind when you meet this, and I'm getting it really strong. I got the word Aries, so it could very well be an Aries. So letting go of control issues, you guys. Allow this situation to unfold naturally. So that, I think that's such great advice when you meet anybody, okay? But when it's going to be somebody that is going to be like the Louise to your Thelma, or just a really good buddy or something like that, and whether it might evolve into a romantic partnership from there, you just got to go with it and have fun, right? There's no need to control the situation with people, and you could be tempted to do that just because you thought you knew somebody really, really well in the past, and then they just like super surprised you with how shallow or underhanded or just nasty they turned out to be. So try not to control the flow, and don't get antsy or upset or nervous if somebody doesn't have the same sort of like love language that you do. Like if you're into texting somebody every day, or speaking on the phone every day, or seeing each other every day, that might not necessarily match up with what this other person has in mind, okay? So if you're texting somebody and they don't respond to you in what you think is the right amount of time, don't get upset. Just say, hey, let me talk to you about your frequency of communication, and just really go into an understanding of what is expected from each other, okay? So again, keeping the balance with the Justice card. This is also really important when you're in a committed relationship. You have to realize that you're both individuals, and you don't want to be controlled by the other person. There's such a thing as having, you know, what's the word? It's escaping me. Just understanding that the other person has their own life to live. They need their own privacy, and they need their own style. You got to have compassion for that person and the way that they want to express themselves within your partnership or marriage or relationship. So you just controlling another person's actions and like demanding that they respond to your phone call or text message within 5 minutes is just completely unreasonable, you know? So really kind of let that go, because these control issues probably evolved from something that you went through with somebody else. And not everybody is going to be that ex-friend or ex-boyfriend or ex-girlfriend or ex-whatever, right? So you got to meet people on the level where they're presenting themselves, and just have those really open and honest conversations so that you're not coming on too strong, and then this relationship, whatever it's meant to be, friendship or partnership or relationship, it might just fizzle away before it has a really strong chance of going anywhere because you were too overpowering. Whew, that was a lot of information. So I'm going to look at one more card from the Crystal Visions deck because I want to see what's going on with your money, okay? Because, woo, money kind of makes the world go round, and there's a card there, and we do have the Emperor. So this is a really beautiful card. I love this card because this is where you bring in and you look at your focus of the future, okay, and how you can get there. This is a really strong reminder of planning ahead, but not being like, getting the word married to it, okay? Having enough flexibility that you're not controlling that situation as well, okay? Being very fluid, but also having a basic outline, okay? And planning how much money you want to have as you go through your life. So when you're writing down your goals, it's really important to put a timeline to it, okay? So if you want to be living in a house that's worth like however many hundreds of $1,000s, say, I would like this kind of house by, and put a year beside it, or a month and a year, okay? So this is what the Emperor does. He's very powerful at planning out his life, and he knows exactly what he's doing. You know, if you're planning out children, money, retirement, moving, really put a timeline on it like the Emperor would do, because that's what brings the universe into sort of, I'm getting the word solidarity, but it's more like, it's like when if you have kids, when you give your kids a curfew, I expect you home at this time, and then they arrive, that sort of contract has been met. So you're kind of giving that almost like a curfew or a deadline to the universe, okay? But you're going to have some flexibility on it, because sometimes the universe takes a little bit longer to provide you everything that you want for yourself. So this is going to be a really good opportunity for you guys to let go of any rigidity, any fear, any control issues that might be lingering from a past not so great relationship. So looks like a really beautiful month for you, and you're going to have the time of your life and finally have somebody that will go on the drop of fear, that ride that I almost like basically screamed my face off for the whole thing. You know, go bungee jumping, go whitewater rafting. This is going to be somebody whose spirit is such an excellent match for you guys, and you're going to go on and have some excellent adventures. So guys, take care, Scorpio. Thanks for coming out. Bye. How's it going, Sagittarius? It's Robin here. Thanks for joining me for your May 2022 month ahead tarot card reading. So guys, I'll be using the Crystal Vision tarot card deck. It's one of my absolute favorites. So I'm going to look at the general energy available for Sagittarius in Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. And I'm going to pull a Romance Angel Oracle card towards the end of the reading to see what's happening with your love life. And that is going to be for people that are in relationships or single. So it doesn't really matter what your relationship status is. So deep breath, and let's jump into your reading here, Sagittarius. Thank you so much for everybody subscribing and leaving comments. I really do appreciate that. But let's focus on you, Sag, and see what's going on for May 2022. And let me just, I feel like this is the card we need here. So let's take that one. Have a quick peek. So it's like the first words I got when I looked at this was like, the world is your oyster. Okay, we do have the Seven of Cups here. So any sort of limiting structures that have been in place, or any options that haven't been visible to you, are going to make themselves known. Okay, so what I'm getting here is to I'm just going to quote my guides that what they're saying to me. They're saying just don't be greedy, okay? Make sure that there's enough left for other people. I do see that there's a massive blessing coming in for you guys. Just remember to share, okay? So I think that's a really beautiful quality, is leaving a little bit left for other people, okay? But definitely you're coming into this place of receiving, and there's a rainbow there. So there could be definitely, I'm getting the words, a pot of gold coming in for you guys. And no, that could be like something to do with your health. It could be a little bit of extra money. It could be that person that you would like to settle down with, or conversely separate from. So whatever it is that's like on the top of your I wish for this list, you can really expect for that to come in. But I mean, take a little bit to the side to help out other people in your life, or like donate to a charity or something like that, because it does look like, I'm a hot mess right now shuffling these cards. It does look like there's going to be plenty for everyone and then some. Okay, so let's have another card for you guys. Okay, so here is your temptation. We've got the Devil card. So this is always a very complex card. There is, and this is what I'm seeing, where you guys could be really tempted to just take everything, keep a secret, move on with your life, and not help out other people. So I think that's pretty anti-Sagittarius behavior, because you guys are a really warm sign, pretty generous, but what is propelling you to do this? You can see the Devil in the background. There's you up front being like glamorous and really stunning as a Sagittarius, but there's somebody sort of egging you on here to do this. And we can see that in the form of the Devil in this particular card. So what I am seeing, and I just saw angel number 333, is there's actually somebody provoking you and inspiring you to be a little bit against yourself and not who you truly are. So when this person makes themselves known, it's going to be a bit of an indication for you that maybe they don't deserve as much of your trust, you know, because who is asking you to do things that are counterintuitive to you and basically deprive other people or rip them off or something like that? So I don't like what I'm seeing here coming in for you, because it is just so not you, Sagittarius. Okay, so if you have somebody coming up to you and saying, hey, listen, I know you won a whole bunch of money, or you got a free yada, 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 why don't you just keep that all to yourself? Or maybe share it with me and not let the rest of your family know, or don't tell your spouse about it. You know, that's really super shady behavior. So it's like there's somebody in your life that is going to expose how greedy and selfish they are when you come into quite a like a major blessing in your life in May. Okay, so that shady person has got to go. So let's pull one more card here for you. Yep. Okay, so here's the Justice card, and it's like you are about to deliver justice to this person that is kind of like the negative voice, and maybe you've been tolerating it because they're kind of a good friend, or maybe it's actually somebody in your family and you're like, well, blood is thicker than water and you kind of have to stick up for this person, right? But they're not 100% on the up and up, and they could probably take you down in their mess too. You really have to consider that. Like, do you really think that you are exempt from this person's shenanigans, or is it about time that you serve them a slice of justice pie and be on your way so that you can enjoy your life, all its many blessings, and share with the people that you love the most? Okay, so really got to be careful. You're going to see that come out when something happens for you, something really good, and they want you to deprive your family, your loved ones, okay? And that's not cool at all. But anyway, let's pull a Romance Angel Oracle card here for you guys. and have a little illumination into your love life, okay? So whether you're single or in a relationship, let's see what this card is about to say for you. Okay. Calling in your soulmate. Your prayers, affirmations, and visualizations help bring you together, okay? So this type of person here that we're seeing with the devil is kind of the anti-soulmate. They are the soulmate blocker, okay? So this, if you're in a relationship, you might have somebody that you think is close to you, that they are listening to your secrets and they are your confidant. They're actually just weaving this web of deception, and they're going to use it against you, okay? So you want to get rid of this person, whether, like, no matter what your relationship status is, okay? And you definitely want to get rid of them before you start calling in your soulmate, because this person has you wrapped around their little finger, whether you're aware of it or not. And they don't want anybody else coming in between you and them, okay? Because they're probably riding your coattails, especially if you have a little bit of money or you've got an extra space in your home and they're staying there for free. They're constantly hitting you up for favors. And now you're going to come into this big favor from the universe. You're being sort of promoted by the universe with the Seven of Cups, all these options, you know, the rainbow and the pot of gold, but the justice has to prevail, okay? And because you are coming into something, I just saw angel number 808, which is actually quite important. I do see that there is some sort of a monetary gift or a monetary value, like you could win something that is worth quite a bit of money that you could sell. So let's have a look at that. And let's really, like, start to protect your boundaries. You probably already have the name of somebody in your head and you're thinking, well, that can't be them. But if it popped into your head, when I'm talking about somebody who is they're just really insidious is the word that I'm getting, which means that they could turn on you just as easily as they turn on the rest of the people in your life that they're probably talking down about, okay? Let's have another card here. So we have the 10 of Wands. So Sagittarius, this is the end of a journey of struggling. You can see that this is an uphill battle and it is almost over. So any sort of struggles that you might be having financially, they're about to end, okay? And I am seeing something coming in the way of either a gift or a prize, okay? So you don't want this diverted by somebody that they probably don't necessarily care about you at all. They care about what you can do for them, and they don't want to be interfered with. So pay close attention to what this significant person in your life is saying about other people to you, okay? So you can identify them, okay? So kind of a warning here in your reading to really take care. And you can call in your soulmate in the month of May. So guys, I'm gonna go. Take care. Bye. How's it going, Capricorn? It's Robin here. Welcome to Aries Fire Tarot, guys. I'm preparing to do your May 2022 month ahead tarot card reading, and I will be using the Crystal Vision tarot card deck. And later on in the reading, I'm going to pull you guys a Romance Angel Oracle card just to kind of see what's going on with your love life. I did have a card come out here for you guys. So we have the Knight of Cups here. So there's going to be a really strong emotional investment happening for you guys, okay? That is taking you forward. And this could very much depend on what is happening in your romantic life. When you see anything that has to do with the Suit of Cups, this is all about your emotions, okay? So I am seeing somebody that is coming in. They're going to have a vested interest in protecting you on an emotional level, okay? So this is going to be really important for you, especially if you are single, and especially if you've had a very sort of traumatic dating history or had a very, you know, like a horrifying divorce, or, you were in some sense not taken care of properly in a relationship, okay? So this could be somebody that is of a romantic nature, but it also could be a new friend that they're coming in, and they're a very nurturing soul, okay? I would really expect this to be a Cancer, Pisces, or a Scorpio. And this is the type of person that would stand in front of you under a circumstance of stress or duress, okay? And they're going to be somebody that is very genuine, okay? And that they're very trustworthy. And this looks like it's going to be a very durable and long-lasting relationship for you. So I'm going to pull one more card here. Even though my guides they're saying pull the Romance Angel Oracle card right away. So I'm going to take the card from the top of the deck. I won't look at it. I'll just move over to the Romance Angel Oracle card deck because I think this could be of special interest for those of you that are single. And then you see the Knight of Cups, who is basically like the Knight of Shining Armor from fairy tales and stuff like that. So let's see if that's got anything to do with somebody coming in of a romantic nature for you, okay? Let's hold on here, Capricorn. Oh, this is really nice. So this says express your love, and really take notice of the posture of these people, okay? This is somebody that is really protecting, and I want to say that this character here, the female character, will represent you, Capricorn, in the sense that somebody is coming in and like snuggling and holding and taking care of, and this says go ahead and make the romantic gesture, okay? So this could be very complicated for you if you have had some sort of a dramatic dating history or just something that was traumatic and you don't want to get involved again. But because we do see this Knight in Shining Armor, you could drop a hint or do something, you know, that is very inviting to somebody that is a person of interest, okay? Looks like it's going to be a bit of a diverse month for you, though, because I've got the Tower card. So something really upsetting or unsettling could happen, and that could actually trigger this person coming in to protect you that I was seeing, okay? So you could go through a little bit of stress. You might want to have somebody around you that you could put, you know, have a cry, you know, go put your head on their shoulder or something that like that, and it would change the dynamic in your relationship, okay? And because this is what I'm seeing for you single people, this is going to be somebody that you're already aware of, somebody in your circle of friends, you know, maybe you hang out, but it's platonic. But this Tower moment that is coming in is just going to shift the ground underneath your current relationship and change it into something that is going to have a bit more romance to it, okay? And for those of you that are in a relationship, you really just need to remember that you are with that person for a reason. So constantly find little ways of surprising that person with really nice, affectionate things to do. Even though life is really busy, imagine your life without that person, okay? And like, don't take advantage that that person is always going to be there. Not saying that they're planning an exit or anything like that, but small gestures go such a long way in any relationship, especially a romantic partnership. So, you know, be the one up in the morning, making a coffee and bringing it, you know, just little tiny things like that. Just, they make the world such a gentler, kinder place to live in. And in the sense of a romantic relationship, it's just going to make all the difference in keeping you very bonded and close, okay? So I'm going to pull you guys a couple more cards just to see what else is going on, although it does seem like it's going to be a really busy month. Let's maybe go back to this Tower moment, because we are seeing this Tower as being the sort of the ignition of the change in a relationship, or a reminder to keep your relationship very solid, okay? So let me just pull one more card over top of that. I'm not really getting, like, because there's so many of you, right? Capricorn, I'm not getting one specific trigger moment that is going to happen or incident that is going to happen, but it is going to illuminate you in a different way. We do have the Ace of Wands here. You're going to be receiving new information from source to guide your path in a different way. The Ace of Wands is like receiving a gift of like a foreseeable action to take you further. I'm just being asked to do one more card over top of the Ace of Wands, okay? Just one sec. Okay. There's quite a scenario that I'm getting here, okay? So it's like you're going to have this hunch. You're just going to have this knowing that something is about to go wrong. You can see in the Five of Pentacles that there is a destitution here, okay? So it's really important that you listen to this message when it comes in with the Ace of Wands, because it could lessen the effects of the Tower moment. It could really just take you around the circumstance instead of through it, okay? So the things that I'm getting for you guys is if you sleep in the morning or you lose your keys, like just if something is put in your path to delay you on your normal daily routine, just one sec. Sorry, have a sore throat. But anyway, don't try to make up time, you know, because you're being waylaid from your daily schedule on purpose to keep you back a little bit. So like it could be to avoid an accident or some sort of tragedy. So if you're having one of those days where you can only find one shoe, or again, your keys have gone missing, or something has happened to delay you on your general schedule, take that as a blessing that is coming in to help you from going into this situation of lack, okay, with the Five of Cups, where it could be a detriment to you. That's always like anything that is put in your path to slow you down is a diversion from the universe. It is meant to protect you. It is not there to be an irritant or get in the way, okay? So you really got to think about that. That's your angels coming in to help you out. So I do just want to pull one more card for you, Capricorn, to let's see if there's any sort of cash coming in or anything like that. I want to do a little bit of a money forecast for you, okay? So just give me a quick second while I butcher this shuffle. Hold on. Sorry. Okay, so let's take this bad boy right here. You've got the Six of Cups. This is fascinating, okay? So I do see somebody coming in from your past, okay? Somebody that you might have known as a child. Maybe you were separated for some reason. I am seeing that was an adult in your childhood life, and they could be seeking you out to help support you in some financial endeavor, okay? Or they could be offering you a gift. And this is somebody that you would have cared for quite a bit as a child with the Six of Cups. And they would like to bestow some sort of monetary gift on you. This could be a water sign, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. So this is going to be very interesting for you that, you know, somebody, I don't know why they left your life. You know, people are getting separated constantly. But whatever the reason was, they really regretted it. And now they want to come back and help you, support you. They could even buy you a new car or a new house, or just give you some sort of a lump sum of money to help you in your current situation and onwards into the future. So this looks like it's going to be a real busy month for you, Capricorn. You've got a lot going on. Just remember that delays are your angels helping you on your path. They are diverting you from disaster, and just really enjoy the people that you are with and that you love. And really, as a single person, just know that friendships can really change on a dime into something that is so much deeper, and you start seeing people in a new and different way. So I'm really excited for May for you, Capricorn. I'm going to wrap your reading up though, so do take care. Bye.